Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to Ebony Championship Wrestling, the podcast where we hit the mat running with all things WWE. We dive into the biggest moments, the hottest rivalries, and we give the boldest predictions in pro wrestling. Tonight, we draft our fantasy teams, and we give our predictions to the Elimination Chamber. The boys are here, wrestling is cool, and this is the ECW show. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans across the globe. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling. Please welcome to your screen the man of 100 holds, Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay.
What's up, ECW fam? It's good to see you, brothers. After a week off, Elimination Chamber time. Let's finally get the answers we need going into WrestleMania. Let's get it. Good to see y'all.
You can follow him on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Rounding out this chat room is our resident tribal chief, Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation.
So ECW fam, hey, we on the road to WrestleMania, but we got one more pit stop this week in Toronto, Canada at the Elimination Chamber, and we are ready and excited and get to these predictions, and let's get to work.
You can find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. I am your host, as always, the Jackie Miles, and it's always good to be back with the boys. Fellas, how's everybody feeling tonight? Griff, what's going on? Everything okay?
Everything good, my brother, man. Life is well. Life is good, man. Snow is melted here. We're in 40, 50 degrees, getting some warm weather, some vitamin D from the sun. Seeing our Pistons just picked up a 8th straight win streak. It's high school playoff time. But, you know, this is one of my favorite and busiest time of the season. It's WrestleMania season. But like I just stated, we got one more pit stop Elimination Chamber. And it's been a minute, so I'm glad to be back on here with you guys and get ready to chop up and catch up.
Coach, how you feeling?
It feels good, man. It's good to see y'all, brothers. Like we said, family is good. You know, busy lifestyles, but we're all blessed. Hey, I cannot wait to chop it up with y'all tonight, man. It's let's get into some soul snatching takes and see what we
Mortal
need
Kombat is back.
Well, let's go ahead and start there.
That's hilarious.
What's on the top of our wrestling minds? Coach, you've already brought it up, so go ahead and start right there, brother.
I thought I'd wake y'all up, man. On my wrestling mind is this is the most wonderful time of the year for me. Obviously, it's Mania season, but this is the first year where I can truly say I've never been more excited, confused, all wrapped up in one. It's like an emotional, roller coaster. Like there's so many emotions. I don't know. It's good because this is the first time where I really can't predict anything. You know what I'm saying, without thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And that goes to show you how good they've became, with the storytelling. I would say this: what the main thing that's griping me right now is creative. How can we go from, as much as I love to see the final boss on my screen, how can we go from I'm gonna kick your ass and let's go ahead and get this match started. I'll be waiting for you this time of the year. Whatever the hell he handed Cody in that ring the night after Mania last year. And now to where we're just chopping it up. We drinking tequila. We just, life is good. I want more answers. And I need those loose ends tied up, hopefully by Saturday. But I'm saying, look, bad creative is my gripe. And that just that one little thing, that's my only gripe. And my mind is, I wanted to see The Rock and Cody actually have a legit feud and match to where, hey, if you're training for it, if you set it up, at least let's give it to us. Obviously, it was thrown off the night of the Netflix debut. But I kind of wanted them to go in a different direction. I know it's for the entertainment. I know it has a purpose. But I kind of personally wanted to see that play out the way it was pitched originally. So that's really, what I'm kind of disappointed. But I know it's all for the common good. But that's the only thing that really disappointed me. Like, how can we get from this point to where now we just chopping it up and life is good and hey, now you want to be, hey, come get on my team and obviously, I got let me get your soul and all of that. But no, I just that all of that I had all of those emotions. So that's my gripe.
Well, how can you have a gripe already though? Here's my question.
Yeah.
I know you going.
Yeah.
How much story could they tell within the one segment, right? I know that we have the history with Cody previously. I understand that. But obviously they're setting up something. So like something has to come around the corner.
I had
and
no
they had
problem,
to set it up some way, somehow. So they had to put it in front of you first. They couldn't put it in front of you and then give you the payoff all in one night.
I wanted them to stay. Like I said, there was little bitty things in there that kind of like I didn't like that. I know, and we're gonna get more into it. I kind of just this is just an old school to me. Hey, if you're gonna give me that heel rock, let's keep it what it is. No, I got beef with you. Like I told you when he came out, that the Netflix debut, we was all like, hey, what are we doing here? I'm still on that train. I just wish that writing would have stayed where it was and maybe told it a little differently. But here we are. That was just my only beef. I know it's a purpose.
I'm sorry, Griff. I'm not gonna let this go. Griff, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you a second.
No, but I know where you're going because you're gonna beat me to it. But go ahead.
Hold on.
I'll go get him.
But bro, like, who's to say that that they're not going in that direction? Him asking for his soul doesn't mean that they're all boys now. Like, yes, he said that they got buddied up, but that's a setup for something.
Set up for the fall, right?
Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like they had to give you, they had to give you the fruit to tell you, like to show you, like, okay, here's this, and then we're gonna swerve it some way, somehow. Like we can't just, like we want it all in our timing, and I think that's what wrestling fans want now. And it's like I gotta have what I want right when I want it, and it's like let them play the story out. Cody could very well say no, and then here comes the final boss that we know, right? That we wanted from the very beginning.
True.
Cody could say no Saturday night, and then all of a sudden he back to beating your ass and fuck that and all of that stuff, right? So like you gotta let it play, let it play out, and then it's probably gonna give you what you want.
I was just, and like I said, the only thing that bothered me. Now I get it now. I know Friday night was the setup, but I was just kind of maybe confused, disappointed, all those emotions in one on how they just fast tracked everything. Okay, wait a minute. How I think that's where realistically where it was. Okay, how do we fast track it this way? That's all it was.
He only work at WWE 4 times a year. Go ahead, Griff. Sorry.
No, first off, we're going back to New Orleans again next year. I look forward to the Tootsie Roll again next year.
Yeah, that one's happening. We're going to make that happen no matter what. Yeah, that one's happening.
And hopefully we get some cheaper tickets this round too from New Orleans.
Right.
Vegas is stupid. But
no, Coach, I'm going to swing something to you, what you said at the beginning of your take when you said that you are enjoying, you can't predict or you can't see what's coming right now. And now this is the same thing with this here. We don't know what's coming, what's happening next, right? It's one of those type of things, it's you got to look at the clues. You got to go back to Raw from last year afterwards when he handed to Cody. You got to look at Bad Blood when he did this, and you got to look at Solo when he said, hey, this is part of the plan. There's something brewing. We don't know what it is, but I'm going to sit back and just say, you know what, wherever it is, it's going to be something big and fantastic. I mean, it's The Rock. The other thing, too, we got to also, let's look at it this way. You're looking at Dwayne Johnson. You're looking at Dwayne Johnson, the movie star. The Rock, the wrestler, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Dwayne Johnson, the TKO board member, and the final boss. So this man is technically playing 4 characters like in one show. You know what I'm saying? And trying to balance that. So I'll give him that as well too. But what's on my wrestling mind, fellas, y'all, is kind of what Coach said at the beginning of the show, man. Like this is like one time, like I'm just excited for the storylines. I'm excited for the new storylines. I'm liking how the whole Jay situation is coming back months later now. And, there's a lot of speculation, suspicion. So I'm loving the suspicion that the writers and WWE is doing right now to make us wait, be patient, and see what happens. Trust the process that they got something big in store. And one thing I'm learning is a lot of these big matches and these big stories doesn't have to take place at WrestleMania. They can take place at Chamber. They can take place at Raw. They can take place at SmackDown. Sometimes they might go down to Florida and take place in NXT, man. But for me, what's on my mind, man? I'm just really excited for this road to this year's WrestleMania. I feel like there's going to be a lot of spectacular surprises and out of nowhere stuff. And I'm going to call it now, man. I don't think Cody's going to deny it, but I think this is Vince McMahon and Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17, bro. Like, The Rock is Vince, and Cody's going to be Stone Cold, man. I smell Cody heel turn coming up.
Yeah, it's very possible. I think I agree with that one. And I think if he does say yes, then I think we're getting the heel Cody. And I think Brian said the jet black haired Cody. You're gonna go back to that just to give it a little something else. But possibly. So I don't know, man. You got to give it some time, right? Like there's a lot of things, like Griff. We were talking about the whole Nia Jackson Tiffany storyline, right? That's come back around, right? We just got to give it time. I think as fans, we see it, and then we're like, yep, that's the way we should go when we want that, like the very next week, and we just got to give it some time to let it play itself out. All right. So with that being said, we are headed into Elimination Chamber, so we might as well go ahead and give those predictions now. Let's start with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I would love to get your thoughts on the storyline as it is, and then give your predictions as to what's going to happen Saturday night. Griff, let's start with you.
I love in Kevin Owens promos. Like, I love just how he's just cool and calm, sitting in the car, sitting in the attic, and then shows up at Sammy's house, and then shows his wife and kids and Sammy in the house while he's cutting a whole full promo, man. Kevin's going to take this guy out in Toronto. This is the best place to do it. Toronto is what they used to call back in the day Bizarro Land, where they'll turn on you real quick. So it's gonna be interesting because Kevin is going in as the heel, but knowing Toronto, he can go in as the cheerful favorite. That's just how Toronto is. That's why they call it Bizarro Land. So you can go in. You're going in as the heel, but they can cheer you. You can go in as the good guy in the face, and they can boo you. So we all learned that with Rock and Hogan in WrestleMania 18 and the other shows in Toronto. But I got Kevin Owens dominating, taking him out, put him on the shelf, and Kevin is right.
Okay, Coach.
I've been a fan of Kevin Owens the whole time. Kevin is right. It's even more sinister now. His method, his routine is the guy outside your house, being creepy and cringe. All that works. That works for him, and then he's found a groove. And I enjoy. Well, first of all, the history that these two men have. It's got to come to an end at some point. And what better way to do it? And in this unsanctioned match, they're going to throw everything at each other. The kitchen sink. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be bloody. They're going to tell the story, and it should be, and they should finish it with this classic. I do see Kevin Owens winning, and let's look for Randy Orton coming through and inserting himself in, and probably if KO wins, you should definitely look for an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, this one's been entertaining to me too. Kevin Owens has, to me, been like wrestler of the year, or I don't know if wrestler of the year is what I should say, but definitely he has kept us the most entertained over the last few months is what I want to say.
Promos of the year.
Yeah, definitely that. So yeah, I agree with you guys. Kevin Owens goes over here and take Sammy out. Let's go to a surprising match to me. Maybe y'all saw it on the horizons, but I definitely didn't. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. That's interesting. Take on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae in tag team action. What are our thoughts here, Coach?
Oh, Lord. Anytime Trish graces my screen, I'm in. I don't care. It's Toronto, Canada. You got to have her, and you got to have one of the GOATs on, for this show. And so I look for, this is purely to the catapult Tiff as that baby face to get her ready going in for Charlotte. She's got to go over against Candice and Nia to get her some momentum going into Mania. So I got Tiff and Trish coming out with the win, and then hope maybe Nia Trish getting into a feud, possible Mania match.
Griff?
Yeah, I got Tiff and Trish. You know, Trish backyard, our hometown. I don't see Trish going down lightly with Tiff. But deep down, I won't be surprised. I'm kind of halfway split. Could see a heel turn with Trish at the end of the match on Tiffany to get her boosted up for the Charlotte Flair match at Mania. But yeah, for this match, I got Tiff and Trish.
Sometimes I hate when all three of us agree on the match, so I'm going to go with Nia Jackson and Candice LeRae. Let's go to the Women's Elimination Chamber. That's all I needed. That's it. Let's go to the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. This literally could go any way.
These chamber matches are a doozy, is what I was saying. Like, we
literally could go anywhere.
First time we legit don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Griff, you want to take the first?
Yeah, Griff, go ahead and jump out there, brother.
Let me say this first, because like I said, things changes. I, believe it or not, I had Liv Morgan winning this chamber at first. And then when the tag team situation happened, that kind of like opened up a bunch of doors now. Again, I'm not going to sit here and assume, predict, make things up, man. I kind of want to go with Liv, I picked Liv not because we won't see her and Rhea again, but I felt like Liv was going to do something stupid and cost EO the match, and there's going to be a triple threat situation from them three. But now my mind is thinking the other way, and I'm going with my girl, the EST, on this one.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
Can't disagree with him on that one. I'm with you. I wrestle with this all day. I try to stay away from other videos that already did their predictions because I want to get my true thoughts down, and I didn't watch those videos until I put my thoughts down. My gut was as soon as they lost those belts, I penciled in Bianca. Because I said, look, if you want a Money Mania match, it can't be Liv and Rhea again. God, no. If you want to piss off the WWE Universe, please don't do that match again. And then even if, EO is gonna get her shot. You got to find some way to get her on the show. I don't think it'll be in the singles capacity, but she'll still wrestle. But your money match is Bianca and Rhea. But here's the twist, guys. But Bianca coming in as the heel because of the possible Jade situation coming to play, to where her and Naomi can still conspire. They can still plot together and get eliminate Jade. Jade's gonna probably My dream scenario is Jade comes down to confront them in this match. She gets in the chamber. Obviously, they show the footage on who really did it. This is my hope. I mean, I'm fantasy booking here. They show the footage on who really did it on the screen, and then they get the blows. But it's Naomi and Bianca working together. They get Jade out. Naomi sacrifices her position and lets Bianca go ahead and go over, and she pins Liv and comes out of the chamber as a heel going into Mania. That was the way I booked it.
Okay. I have Jade getting involved, but I think it's to eliminate both Bianca and Naomi. I think she takes them both out. And then that leaves the rest of the field. And then I think from there, I think it's gonna be Liv Morgan, and I don't want it.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm with you, bro.
Even with the tag team titles, I think she still goes.
She still can get in.
Yeah, I think she still gets into the situation because the only other options you have are Bayley, who has been on this thing with Roxanne Perez, so I think that is that. And do you give Alexa Bliss the main event of WrestleMania right away? No, I don't think so. So it can only be one of two people, Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair here, and you guys are picking Bianca, and I think I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan. So,
and Jack, and you know what? Hey, I'm not even mad either way because before I went with Bianca, I had Liv and Roxanne, the last two in the ring, and they was gonna put on the show just because of their height and everything. You was getting that preview that we'll see them once Roxanne get to that main roster, but I had those two as the last two. That way, that puts Roxanne more over because she was the last one in the Rumble and the last one in the Chamber.
Yeah.
Now she got another mouthpiece to talk about, when she go back down. But either way, man, Bianca live, bro. Like
it can only go one of two ways. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep.
Yeah, it can only go one of two ways.
No, one of two ways.
Let's go to Cody's answer. Do we think Cody is actually going to say yes or no? Or excuse me, yes or no? Yes. Do we think Cody is going to say yes in this scenario, Griff?
I think he's going to decline, and he's going to decline. And to your point with Coach earlier in the show, this is when we're going to get that furious and possible final boss like come through, like the Sting, like that cartoon, the Sting coming out the ears and nose and everything else, man. But I really think it's more of a setup, but I think it's going to be declined this week, but it's going to change down the line. So I'm going for the decline.
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah, I'm going for the D says no, and then he gets rock bottom, and then we right back feuding in there. Obviously the way I wanted it, but no, it's a lot of, and like I said, my point, guys, I know there's a lot there to unpack. I know there's layers to it too. There's a story. I'm just like I said, I'm a victim of my old school mentality at times, and just wanting to get it on and pick up where they left off. But no, I'm cool with this. With waiting out, see how it goes. But no, Cody's gonna say no, and then it'll evolve into something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no as well. And then The Rock kind of just takes over, and here we go into WrestleMania. So I'm intrigued to see how that actually fits in with whoever wins the Elimination Chamber, whatever happens. So speaking of, let's talk about the men's Elimination Chamber. Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and John Cena go in this one. I know who it's not going to be. If it's Damian Priest, then what are we doing here?
This is even
like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of all those names, even Logan Paul to an extent, what are we doing?
Both chambers come down to two people. But it's kind of like which way they're gonna go. In this case, Punk. In my case, Punk and Cena were my picks, and out of those two, I'm gonna go my first gut because I just don't think they're gonna do it yet. I'm gonna go with CM Punk coming out against Cody, because they have made magic on the mics. The story is there to tell. They'll be able to go at each other for the next 6 weeks. I just think the triple threat situations in either case won't be good. If you want a money match, make it 1-on-1. I got Punk coming out. Now, guys, I did struggle with how it's gonna get there, and we can bounce it back to me. We can talk about it, but I just see Logan in there as accessory to the crime, just to be a shit starter and actually feud with John. And so that's the way I got. I think Logan and Cena. Then I got Punk coming out of there, and getting to Cody.
Griff?
This is hard. It's hard because for me, it comes down to Punk and Cena for sure. So here's my scenarios. Seth Rollins is not going to do it. My scenario is going to be whoever loses, Logan Paul is going to take their dream away, whether it's Cena or Punk. I'm leaning more towards CM Punk versus Logan Paul. Cena and Cody. But I got a funny feeling the Tribal Chief is going to surprise and come through that grade and spirit the hell out of Seth Rollins and cause him.
Yep.
But if I had to pick, oh my God, this is hard, man. I'm going to go. I want to go with Punk because Punk going to SmackDown and Roman's going to Raw, so that's a big trade-off. But then you got Cena, and just the emotion and everything that goes with Cena. I just think it makes some sense to me that Cena finally gets his win out of all these years on Seth Rollins. That adds more heat to his situation with Roman. So I'm going to go with Cena to win the Chamber this week.
Yeah, I don't think you can have a WrestleMania without the GOAT. Even if he's on the card, like he needs to be in the main event. go ahead and give it to him. It's his last round. This
Yeah.
doesn't make sense if you don't give it to him. I understand the CM Punk thing, but CM Punk is supposed to be going on past Mania.
Right.
John Cena is not going on past his year. Give it to him now. It doesn't make sense to do anything else. Let's just respect that he's the GOAT. So,
yep.
All right, that is all of the matches. Yeah, there we go. We did it. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So we'll see what happens on Saturday night, and hopefully you get your predictions right. That'll give us the first taste of the fantasy points that we'll get here this time around. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start our fantasy draft.
Yeah.
As you know, on this here channel, we like to do a fantasy draft where we draft our favorite wrestlers, and then we get points for wins, negatives for losses. You go through a table, you lose 5 points. It's a crazy scoring system we got over here, but it works for us. So we're not even going to talk about what happened the last couple of years. We'll just move forward with a brand new fantasy draft here.
It was a Roman Reigns title reign. That's
I went
all we
1,000 days as the title holder is what we're saying.
Right?
1,000 days as the title holder.
Bruno Sammartino numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all right. I'm looking to go back and repeat once again. So let's go ahead and jump into this, man. We're going to go in order of the results of last year. So we'll go Coach to Griff and then to myself, which is literally the exact same draft situation we had the last 2 years. So Coach, go ahead and start us off, man. We'll go, I believe it is 12 picks.
All right. My first pick. Hopefully, are you guys going to record on your
I
end?
have it. Yep.
Okay. My first pick is, I'm going to snatch him this time. American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Griff, over to you.
You already know who I'm going with right off the bat. Yeet him. Jey Uso.
That figures.
Okay. I'm going to start it off with John Cena.
Oh.
Okay.
Coach, back to you.
Okay,
nah, we'll do a straight up round. I mean, we'll do a straight up.
Okay, all right. We're doing straight up. All right. I'm going to go with CM Punk.
Griff?
Keep it in the family. Give me the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Figured that.
So you're just going to get the whole bloodline. Got it.
That's pretty much. He ain't with Damien and them this week.
I'm going to take Rhea Ripley.
Hey.
Good call.
I got Tiff Stratton.
Griff?
I'm going to go with my girl, the EST.
I'll take Gunther.
You got him this time.
You had the first pick.
I know.
And the second pick in the round. Like, what do you mean? You're looking at the same screen I'm looking at.
Actually,
Coach, over to you.
The heavy hitters. I need to get the heavy hitters back. People that's going to be on TV actually every week.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the last time I was getting people that went in on TV.
You was out here getting, what's my man name?
I was getting people in catering.
That's what I'm saying. You go ahead, man. It's on you. Round for it.
I got. I'll take Liv Morgan.
Okay, Griff.
Give me KO.
All right. I will take Braun Breaker. Okay.
My boy's available. He can come back home. My boy Drew.
Guess I'm picking the family. Nia Jax.
Okay. I'll take Shinsuke Nakamura.
Slow key, good. Let's see.
Round 6.
This is round. Oh, I thought Drew was my 6. Oh.
No, that was round 5.
Oh, it was round 5. Oh. Let's go. I'll take Seth freaking Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. Give me the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
You took my pick, Coach. Okay, I would like to get a consensus here, just so we're all on the same page. How do we feel about drafting tag teams? Are we drafting them singular or are we drafting them together?
You know what? Ain't this something? Because
I'm asking. I'm asking the question. So this is up to the group.
Last time we did them singular. We did them singular last time.
Okay, so you draft one of them and then, okay.
Shawn Michaels and then
I was going to ask that, and I was like, I think we did single, so I left it alone.
Okay, all right, that's fine. No worries. That's fine.
I know where you're going.
Yep.
I mean, they're right there.
I know exactly where you're going.
That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take Charlotte Flair.
Ooh, dang, you took her.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting.
Good.
I can't see the doggone screen. There we go. Okay, Coach, up to you.
I'm going to take. See some potential here. She's going to win some matches. I'm going to go with Roxanne.
Okay. Oops. Griff.
You know what? Give me Chelsea Green.
Dude,
good one.
You must have just read my mind.
Good one, bro.
You took Charlotte from me.
Yeah, you must have just read my mind.
That's a good
shoot. All good. Just saw somebody else. I thought I did. Yeah, I'll take Carmelo Hayes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's exactly where I was looking.
One.
We are in round 8, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not doing NXT, are we? Just main roster?
Let's just do main roster.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, if we was going to go NXT, that's why I was going to get back in it so I can re-engage with NXT. I did watch it, though, the other night.
That's fine. Let's go NXT as well, then.
Hardy's coming over.
Yeah.
How many for NXT? 1 or 2?
Let's do 2.
2 from NXT is on me.
Do you know enough of the roster, Coach?
Yeah, I got the main guys that I know. I'm gonna go with Oba Femi.
Kind of have to. Griff.
Give me Julia.
Good one.
I'm gonna do the Don. Round 9.
Get my NXT other Stephanie Valkyrie. Valkyrie.
Saw NXT Tuesday, right?
I just saw the Hardy match.
Okay. Watch it again.
Yeah.
And you'll see why I laughed at you picking Stephanie Valkyrie. But Kalani Jordan.
Okay.
Interesting.
Big heel turn coming.
From Kalani?
She ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're trying to get her like an attitude. That's why she's fighting Jada Parker.
Too nice.
Yeah, they're just trying to make her a little tougher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. My next pick is gonna be Jordan Grace.
Nice.
Oh man.
Okay, round
Nice.
10.
Oh, who's left?
There's some folks up there.
Oh, darn it,
You still got half of
man.
the.
I gotta go with. He gotta get some momentum going again, man. I love him, but he gotta get some momentum. My boy Dom gotta get Dominic.
Dominic Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
Griff.
You said we in round 10.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go with Lyra Valkyria.
That's a good pick.
It is. I'll take LA Knight.
Okay.
2 more rounds.
So we are going with the singles on the tag team, but they got to get
Yep.
back on the.
Y'all already
TV.
made that decision.
They got to get back on the TV screen. All right. I want to go with when he does singles matches, it's gonna be. I'm gonna go on a limb. Y'all gonna laugh. Y'all won't believe it, but I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. They got some momentum. I'm gonna go with Xavier Woods.
He gonna end up taking a tag team L and count against you.
Dang.
Griff.
They got some momentum.
Let me go ahead and go with my girl, the Genius of the Sky, EO.
All right. I'm gonna take Penta.
Oh,
Somebody was.
oh. You know what? I'm up here scanning this picture like I know someone I'm missing. I know someone I'm missing. I'm up here thinking about the Rumble too. Like, is somebody up here missing? God, dog it.
And the last round, gentlemen.
Oh, dog. Yo.
Go ahead and pick I Show Speed, bro.
All right.
Who? Man, hell no. We got Braun.
Right.
Somebody got Braun already, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yes.
How many women I got? I got 1, 2. Dang. I got what's down to 1 or 2 for me. I'm gonna go with Sammy.
Griff.
Hell no. I love Dakota Kai, but I ain't been having no faith in her.
Neither has the rest of us.
Probably why we didn't pick her either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Big Jim. Uso.
All right. And for my last pick, I'm going to take Solo Sikoa.
Speaking of Big Jim, y'all, you talk about this real quick. In some strange way, do y'all really think they would set him up with Drew McIntyre?
For Mania?
He's just beat him on SmackDown.
I know, but because, and I know we really didn't go into detail on the hows of our matches of our predictions. But Drew was my main concern. Drew has been my main concern this whole, road into Mania, because every match that he could potentially have has been getting, shot down, or is really not, ooh, it's not that big for him because of the year he had. And I'm just trying to think what opponent could get him that heat, and that based on what he did last week on Friday. The gym. That's why I'm like, okay, is this what they setting up? So I was just curious and to get y'all thoughts.
Are you saying that he is too big for Jimmy Uso?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good match for him. That was my thought.
I think if you tell the right story, it could work out. But I mean, it still has the bloodline ties to it. They're trying to get Jimmy to go on a little run here. Yeah. I think if you tell it the right way, it could be done. It is a way to uplift Jimmy. Sure. To your point of him already being up there, like it is a way to lift Jimmy up to that point. Because if we are being honest, Jimmy is the one who is kind of floundering based off leaving the bloodline. Right. And so that would give him some relevance, some real relevance other than just being on SmackDown, if I'm being honest. That's true. Griff, I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, man. Definitely feel the same. I think we have to just be tuned into this chamber situation and see what happens and how the Drew fall out. But there is a developing story that can happen. I think a lot of times we're looking at the fact like Drew had a great year and he's like this main event caliber, and here's like a mid card like Jimmy, and it's like how that's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we already. That's what I was saying earlier. Like now, everything don't have to be a WrestleMania type match, and we like always booking the WrestleMania match before we even get to the pay per view, the PLE before it. But if they go that way, they can tell story because there is lingering ties and everything, just like how Drew was messing up with his brother. You know what I'm saying? He feels the way about his brother. So there's so many ties in the story. One thing I learned, man, the bloodline is so connected with every main eventer, a main superstar, that you could tell like any type of layer story with them, just like Drew and Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Even Gunther and Jay, like you can even do Solo and Cody. It's like so many layers that can go into, man. But to your point, Coach, they can do that, but they could be something big for Jim. You know what I'm saying? Well, Shinsuke is the U.S. champion, right? So we never know. It can be something lingering in that. I mean, this Mania we got mid-April versus early April, so we got like a whole other 6 to 8 weeks of stories to be told. Like anything can happen.
Yeah, I think if you tell it the right way, any story can be told. So, anything could happen here. So, especially now because it's not as predictable. To your point earlier, of I'm just going to say I have to sit here and watch and just see what happens. I don't know what's actually going to happen. So, okay. Yeah. Any other thoughts, boys? Before we get on out of here, let's go ahead and get out. While the night is young. Any other thoughts?
No, that's it, man. It's gonna we got a big fan test. I just see Travis Scott gonna be there now, so look like this Elimination Chamber is gonna be a pre-Mania field type of event this week. So
yeah, they in the stadium.
They're trying to make every PLE feel like it's a big thing, which I appreciate. So, looking forward to Saturday and looking forward to chopping it up with you guys in the chat. On your thoughts on what happens that day. I think I might be a little late to it because I got a little baseball game, but I'll catch it when I catch it. So
I think this one's at 7 now instead of 6. Well, 7 my time.
6 our time.
6 your time.
Yeah,
so they going regular.
My game started at 5, so I'll be I'll be there when I'll be there.
So you probably gonna miss because they probably gonna either kick it off with either Trish or the women's chamber match. The women's chamber match.
Good.
Be
get that out
there
of the way.
An hour, some change itself anyway. There's 4 matches on the card, so it's gonna be long.
And you got the promo segment, so
of course
that's gonna be
30 minutes in itself.
Too. Yep.
All right, boys, let's get on out of here, man. This one was fun as always. Griff, let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, sir, man. You always locate me and find me on Instagram at GriffNation84 and also on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84.
Coach, where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Coach Montay24 on IG.
You can find me on Instagram at you can find me on Instagram at Jackie Miles 42. You can find us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling and Ebony Championship Rest on Instagram and X. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell so that you are notified every time that the boys are on the screen. We appreciate each and every one of you, all you loyal fans, and we appreciate the new ones coming in as well. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But Coach, let them know.
You know we ain't never tapping out.
Not
Right,
once.
y'all?
We appreciate
Enjoy the
each and every one of y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
chamber.